All right, so I guess we're gonna get into part 3 of this collection. Now, this is the collection that came from a viewer on YouTube that actually contacted me to sell their collection. And the first part, we went through some of the meat and potatoes of it and some of the bigger value stuff that I was aware of that we made an agreement on and paid for. Then we went through some bulk of stuff, some rares and stuff, but now we're gonna dig through the rest of it. So I've got 2 bundle boxes, 1 booster box here, and 2 big boxes in the back. So I'm just gonna grab one and we're gonna go for it. And we're gonna see. Now, again, at this point, again, this is kind of the bulkish stuff, but I know there's a lot of rares, and stuff in here. It should be a lot of pickables. So I'm setting this, I'm using Mana Box again for scanning, and I'm setting this to Card Kingdom buy list. Again, I figure why not? I'll try that out and see how it goes and see if it's worth doing. Up next list, a little buy list for 10 cents. Sure, we'll take that. 2 of those. Might as well actually try to get it accurately. We get the Rider Commander cards. So a lot of this, like I said, is probably going to be some bulkish stuff, but I figure I'll look. We'll grab 50 cents for that Felden, sure. Helion, I'm not going to check all of these, because again, it's a lot of smaller rares, but if I'm curious, I figure I might as well. Knight to Flame, no. Devils, I don't think so. No, I don't think so. Riders, Catacombs, these lands have been printed so many times. They're great for utility, but unfortunately not really worth much. But good for decks, for sure. Grand Ranks, no. Soul Foundry, no. Felden, another one of those, sure. We'll scan it. Yeah, 50 cents. So we'll actually, is that the right version? That might not be. They probably printed this card 1,000 times. Commander 19. Yeah, so 50 cents, sure, that works. Crucible Spirit, AFR Commander? You know, some of these AFR Commanders are pretty expensive decks. 20 cents, sure, so I'll check some of those. I doubt this Skyclaw Expanse, just because AFR, yeah, it's not the right version, but that's okay. Oracle, no. It's a dragon. So we'll check it. It's not a good dragon. Borderless Madding Hex, that was a good hit for a while. Madding Hex, is that the regular one? Borderless one. 380 for a buy list. That's great. That'll work. Devils, no. Helion. Foil Brainstorm from Eternal Master. That's probably a nice little hit. Back when foils actually meant something. Let's see here. Let me put this down for a second there. Eternal Masters. Foil being $140. Sure, that works. All right, so that's a nice little hit right there. I'll always take those. Yeah, because, I mean, again, older foils. Pretty Helion. Anger from the list. Yeah, probably worth a couple bucks, right? Not that one. We're printed a few times, but this card's always hold a little bit of a price. Definitely always a pullable. List card, 72 cents for a buy list. Sure. Desolate Lighthouse Ultimate Masters? Maybe. Maybe not. Probably pretty Commander decks too. Coalition of Realms. AFR Commander? Nope. Split cards from this set? Probably. I don't even want to scan that. Let's see. Essence of that. Pile on. Cloudskin Kieran, maybe? Yeah, 52 cents for the showcase version. Shigeki the Jukai Visionary, Kamigawa. Nope, nothing there. Nothing there. Zorn was pretty good at one point. Showcase, yeah, $1.90 for the buy list. Borderless Foil, March of Swirling Mists. Okay. Borderless one, going for 90 cents. Foil, $1.75. Again, buy list pretty good. Teferi's Ageless Insight. Core 21. Not that one. This one right here. There we go. Yeah, 75 cents. That'll work. The Wrath, Borderless Commander. Hey, these Borderless Commanders ones, they're worth checking because if you only get them the collector packs, they can have a premium. So, yeah, 65 cents for a buy list, sure. Xanathar, this was a big hit when AFR first came out. Original AFR there. Let's go Borderless Foil. Excuse me. Being $1.75 buy list, sure. This is a box topper from Crimson Vow. There was not many good ones of those. 17 cents, sure. Hippocamp, I don't think so. Pastelic Mons. Clifftop Retreat Retro Foil, Dawn Remastered. Beautiful card, but these things were printed so much over the past few years from the original Dominaria printing. The value just got destroyed. Foil, Retro Foil, buy list 75 cents, so not much. Let's see, Obeka, I don't think so. One last jab. Dress Down, I feel like this one's actually a foldable. I could be wrong. Yeah, foldable. 33 cents, sure. Graz, that's nothing. Nothing there. Tyvar Stand, that's a good uncommon pullable. Now, I'm sure, again, I'm not going to scan every single one of these, but I'm sure there's some things that are buy listable that I'm not grabbing. That's fine. As I said, what I'm going to do with this, especially all this bulk, I see 4 there from the bundle. All this bulk rares and stuff, like if I don't do anything with them now, they're going to sit in a bulk rare box, and then you know what? In a few months, I'll check them out again. That's the Fallout Commander. Borderless. Ferris Lake. Again, the borderless ones only find the collector packs. So, buck, yeah, $1.05. There's a premium for those for sure. Vault 13, anything Fallout, I'll definitely check. Foil, 20 cents, sure. Temple of Silence, again, not a expensive card, but if it's a Fallout foil version, it might have a little premium. Oop, what did it just scan? Not that. Where is it? Back to here. Temple of Silence, you got the foil? Okay, good, so we're good there. Yeah, 16 cents. Nothing crazy, but again, just because those packs are very expensive now. Scatter Grows, borderless foil. Little guys right there, but we'll take them. Fallout borderless foil. Yeah, 16 cents. Again, it's buy listable is what it is. The Heights, borderless foil. Yeah. So it looks like they got some collector packs here. They took all the stuff, they just threw it in a box, which is fine. Because things in time do go back up 20 cents. Master, Transcendent, borderless, non-foil. 15 cents for that one, but we're gonna go with the borderless one being $1.80. Yeah, again, all these special treatments that you only find in collector packs. When the collector packs go to $1,000, it's only a matter of time before the singles jump up to follow that a little bit. Borderless Commander. That one being $3.20 for the buy list. That's good. Fort Village, no. Can't be Vista. Can't be Vista was good. This was printed so many times. Yeah, nothing. It's a bulk now. Fumigates. Fumigates. I feel like that was something. 11 cents. That's for the. That's not that one. This was the. That's the Foundations one. This is the Commander version. Phyrexia Commander, right? Yeah, 7 cents. So nothing really there. Loving Wilds. Oh, wait a minute. Bob Ross. That's the Bob Ross one. That's the Bob Ross one. Wait a minute. Oh, that's sweet. Look at that. So that's the entire Bob Ross secret lair. Nice. I never got these, but that's really cool to get the whole secret lair like that. All right, let's scan these up and see what happens. They're probably not worth like a bunch of money, but $2.30. I'm gonna set these aside. I'll probably sell this as like the whole secret lair. It kind of makes sense that way. Let's see, $2.30 for that. $3 for that forest. 75 cents for that one, so that's clearly not very sought after. $1 for that one. This is buy list price. $2.30. These are beautiful lands, I will say that. $1.80. $2.75. Islands. $1.30. $3 for that one. Again, buy list price. That's pretty good. $65, and then $1.10. So not bad. Yeah, I'll definitely just sell that as the Bob Ross secret lair to somebody who wants it. So that's actually pretty sweet. There's a whole. It's supposed to open it and just threw it in there. Giselle Goldmane, Commander Masters. Nothing there. Mangar, I don't think these are anything really. These are kind of like bulkish rares. 36 cents, but it's not that version. Commander Masters, yeah, 65 cents, so definitely buy this. But Rafik of the Many, I don't think so. Kraken, no. Statuary, Brothers War Retro, maybe. Nah. Nothing there, nothing there. Megatron, well, that's pretty sweet. Foil from the Brothers War Collector Pack. Foil being 45 cents. Nice. Let's see, Revel of the Fallen God. No. Pakal, I don't think so. Genku, Section Tools, Chainsaw. I think Chainsaw was something at one point. Yeah, border buy list, sure. Again, add to the pile, it is what it is. Section Tools and the Adept. The Adept for the foil being 12 cents buy list. Sure, whatever. Yeah, this collection, especially because there is several, I think there's like 2,000 to 3,000 rares in this collection. It's probably gonna take a while for me to go through, but that's okay because, like I said, there's gonna be a bunch of cool stuff in here, a bunch of cool smalls for sure. Like I said, I'm gonna miss a bunch. Wick? Nope, nothing there. Scrap Shoot, Infamous Cruel Claw. I gotta tell you, Bloomborough, I literally did not play Bloomborough at all. So I'm like really don't know what the hits are, except for the couple of big ones, obviously. But so I might as well scan these because I really don't know. Might as well take a second. Scrap Shooter, yeah, 20 cents. Sure, we'll buy list that. Infamous Gruel Claw for 63 cents. Buy list for the foil. Okay, that'll work. Let's go with Clement. Nothing. That guy. Nothing. The Adept foil. Sure, 12 cents. That's the buy list pile. Swan. Yeah, it was just funny. It's one of those things where when Bloomborough came out, I mean, I was always playing, but like I really was not actively building decks or doing anything too much during this set. And this set came out a few sets honestly this time. This Wildsville Drain, maybe like a good. There was honestly probably a good like 6-month period where I was so freaking busy with everything. Like I didn't build decks. I was barely playing. Green shell, sure. I'll buy less a pair of those for 10 cents a piece. Why not? Yeah. So let's see. Festival numbers. Nothing there. Calamity. And it's funny because even still now, like on the Whatnot show, like we open packs of Wildsville Drain and Bloomborough and sets like that, and they're expensive packs, expensive boxes. The problem is some of these things can be like real field bads when you open the packs. Like they can be really rough. Scrap shooter, 20 cents. Sure, we'll put that aside. Nothing there. Again, now that I'm doing mana box for my scanner, I'm loving it. I really do. I think it's fantastic. I think it's pretty accurate. It's quick. I've gotten used to it very quickly already. Odorless Commander card there. For 10 cents, sure, I'll put that aside. Scrap shooter again. Yeah, that's a good one. We know that one. Came from the pipes. Dustmore and Borderless. Yep. Enduring Tenacity for the Borderless. Okay, nice. Yeah, 370. There's a good one right there. Is that Borderless? Yes, it was. I caught it. Very nice. Zumone for the Borderless Commander. 17 cents, sure. It's buy listable. Doomsday Excruciator. Foil. 8 cents. Nothing there. Come back wrong. I love the art in Dustmore. Absolutely phenomenal. Quarter buy list, sure. Nothing there. This little guy. That little guy? I wouldn't worry about that little guy. All right. Anybody? Super Troopers? No? Okay. Enduring Courage. Foil. Nice. We'll take that for a $1.40 buy list. Yeah. Rankle. Commander Masters. I love Commander Masters. This is printed from Throneville Drain, I believe. Has no foil version. That's because I got the wrong version. Okay. Commander Masters foil being, yeah, that's doable. Arachnogenesis. That was a Commander 2015 card that was finally reprinted. $1.35. Yep. It's funny when cards are printed for the first time, the value just gets destroyed. Borderless foil Hammer Skull. Foil there, sure, 20 cents, buy listable. Cresting Mosasaurus, the Jurassic Park card foil. $1.60 buy list, yeah, absolutely. Again, all this stuff that you're seeing now was part of so about this collection from somebody that commented and reached out to me on YouTube. And they were selling their collection, plain and simple. And, like I said, they emailed me. We made a deal for basically like the valuable stuff. I don't say the valuable stuff, but like, the stuff that's not quite bulkish, not quite buy listable. I'm sorry, that's not like $5 and up. So everything else that we had the price on, White Snow Cover Swamp, everything else on that you see here, we basically made like a bulk deal on as far as like what it was. And they said, in this, a lot of stuff is a lot of $1 to $5 cards. Nothing crazy left in here. Prosh list card, but there definitely is a lot of good cards in here for sure. Like they weren't kidding. It was a very pickable bulk stuff. 10 cents for Prosh. Wow, Mog Infestation. $1, yeah. Is that the right version? This is the list. So it's good. It is what they said it was. I mean, they said it was a pickable stuff with good value, and it absolutely is. So I'm happy with it going through it. And there's still a lot to go through. 25 cents that thing is banned. Clever Impersonator. Not that one. List again. I think they opened a lot of mystery too. Yeah, $2 for a list. Lightning Greaves, Future Sight. That's sweet. That version. 1,000 Lightning Greaves have been printed. It's still always like a $5 card. But again, there's a good example if like Lightning Greaves are in like kind of like the bulkish stuff. I mean, that's good. $2.50 for a buy list. Counterspell. Very cool version there. 120 Ancient Stirrings. I love these Future Sight cards and the Mystery 2s. They're great. Ancient Stirrings. Yeah, $1.10. I mean, all those are like, buy listable, which is great. All right. Let's see. We're going to keep going. Sacraments. Damu. Not a lot in Damu, but that's okay. Damu can be a rough set too. Windborn Muse. I feel like that's so low. It's buy listable. All right, it's buy listable. Decimate Borderless Foil. Beautiful art though. 50 cents for a buy list. Yeah, great. It's a mythic, so we'll check it. Retro mythic. Yeah, 10 cents. Sure, why not? Decimate again. Regular foil. Probably nothing. 8 cents. Yeah, not gonna bother. Rith. Brace your Aaron. Absorb, yeah. Oh, wow, that dropped a lot, huh? Holy crap. 16 cents for a buy list, but that'll work. All right, regular retro. Okay, take that. Solkanar, Arcades, Solkanar, Ubiquitous, Pyre Zombies. This is like really bulky stuff. That's okay. Triskelion, Jester's Cap. I love Jester's Cap. I always love putting that in some decks when I can. Let's go with the retro foil. 8 cents. Wow, that's like worth nothing. That's crazy. That's funny. Triskelions. Jester's. Let's try the Bolus one, maybe. Yeah, nothing. Wow. It's funny because it's a fun card to put in commander decks, and Forgotten Ancient. It's playable. Printed a million times. Not that one. Domri. Foil. 15 cents, sure. Adds to the buy list pile. Joliel's. Arcanus. No. Nothing there. Opposition. I think that might be buy listable. Yeah, 39 cents, 36 cents, whatever it is. 2 of those, sure. Crawl Space. Retro foil. That should be decent, right? Crawl Space retro foil. Yeah, $3. That's a good little buy list right there. Nice. Yeah, Dom remastered a set I love, but fortunately, a lot of bulk stuff in that set. Chainer. Green Lava Mancer, Shade. No, Shivan Dragons. Love them, but they're not worth anything. But yeah, all this stuff is like, it's great for small decks. I mean, you know, it's good budget playable stuff. So a lot of this, like what I said, what I'll do is it'll just kind of sit in this box, and in a few months I'll check it again. You know, because some things will change. Perilous Vaults, Retro Mythic right there, 10 cents. Not that version. Brothers War. This one, 10 cents for 2 of them. Sure. Toon Golem, Astral Cornucopia, nice retro foil. Not that one. Retro foil, 75 cents. That's a good buy listable right there. The Hermits. Is this Midnight Hunt? 25 cents. That'll work. Lure the Forsaken. Midnight Hunt as well. Sure, 10 cents. There it goes. Heavy Needle, absolutely not. Tracker, Augur of Autumn. That was good. 30 cents. It's buy listable. It's usable. Huntmaster for the showcase. Nah, not really. Storm the Festival. Consuming Blob. Yeah, a little buy listable, sure. Augur of Autumn, yeah, we'll take another one of those. Seraph. Blob. Was the Blob a good one? I can't remember. I just scanned it too. Yeah, this is good enough. Celestis? I don't think so. Yeah, okay, I guess so. 40 cents. I guess that's changed. Stowaway. Nothing there. Bolus Foil, Patrician Geist. Let's go with, Borderless Foil. Nah, not really. Life to Nights. Burn Down the House, Reservoir. The Slaughters, Florians. Rite of Harmony. I feel like maybe? Yeah, okay. That was good. I'm sure I'm missing a bunch, but that's okay. Sigarda for the Mythic, 72 cents is a good one. Epic Iteration? Nah. Okay. Yeah, that's kind of the thing when you have like this many bulk rares, you're gonna miss them unless you scan every little thing. I'm not gonna scan every little thing. I'm just gonna check it out if I think I remember it. So let's keep going here. Ancient Ignitions, Galvanic Iterations, Lisa, Mythos, Thopter, no. Zealots, Proctors, Hangerback Walker. 45 cents. This is the Jumpstart one, though. Jumpstart 2022? Yeah, 45 cents. Buy list, sure. Sigarda, Showcase Foil Mythic. We'll check that one out. 45 cents. Yeah, again, worth buy listing, sure. Arlen. 90 cents. Nice little hit right there. Those are fine. Cathar. I don't think so. Okay. Sentinel Bortles Foil. I'll check the Bortles Foils. Why not? That one. That one. Nope. The Savior Mythic. Sure. 10 cents. Buy list it. Another Savior. Yeah, I'll take another one of those. Sure. Add that to it. Curse Splendor? Nah, not really. Adeline, that was good at one point. Yeah, Buck, sure. Buy list, why not? Thar, Vanquish the Horde? Nope. Playable, but Intrepid Adversary, Borderless Mythic. Pick for 19 cents. Is that the Borderless one? Borderless one being, yeah, a little more. Faith of Absence, good playable right there. Yeah, 20 cents, buy listable. Geist, Sludge Monster, Geist, just good deck of Puppet Stitcher for the Mythic, maybe? Yeah, sure, buy listable. Did I check this right? Check the file. Yeah, that's good. Did I put one down here? I think I did, didn't I? Yeah, I did. And there's a foil version. Okay. And again, like I said, I'm not going to scan every little thing, so I'm sure I'm going to miss some. But that's how it is. Spectral Adversary, Mythic. Yep, another good one right there. We'll take that. The Altar lists. Fieldmancer. Oh, that's a Russian card. That's cool. Russian cards. All right. I know someone who likes Russian cards. I'll put those aside. Very nice. Shaman, Stone Rain, Abalcur Keep, and the Crater. Okay. I don't think anything there. Let's see. Getting towards the end of this box. Basker Worm, that's something that you want to find in bulk. Yeah, I mean, I know it's dropped significantly, but it's still a good little card. Which one's this? This is the Merit of Besieged, the original version. That one. Yeah, $1.80. Sure. Dark Ritual, Tempest, very cool. 5 cents, buy list. Foreign cards. Okay. What is it? Rebel Informer. I'll add the rest of the foreign stuff. I'll deal with that later. Empty the Pit. Mythic. 15 cents. Buy listable. Osworn. Vampiric Feast. Portal list card. That's pretty cool. Foreign card. Promo. Castle Emberth. That's cool. Foil promo. Let's see what those are going for if I can find it. Train. There's a promo one. Foil. 90 cents. Sure. I added Underworld Connections, RTR, nothing. There, Agitating Ants, Shamans, a Tally, printed a million times, but it's playable. Goliath, Spit Devils, Jaya for the Mythic. 21, is that what that is? Yeah, 26 cents, buy listable. Cyclops Devils, Infinity stuff. No, it's got the Acorn, so I gotta check. Galaxy, though, these are cool. Galaxies, I'll check. Those can be more valuable. 8 cents. Yeah, not really that one though. Dragons. Okay. Arcane Signet. There's a cool version. What is this? This is the. Is it like a promo version? I think it is. There's this Secret Lair. Secret Lair version. 3rd anniversary promo. Okay. Yeah. Very cool. Like that. Arcane Signet. Foreign. I'll put that one aside. Scoot Swarm. Yep, buy listable, sure. Maelstrom Archangel, this one was never valuable, I don't think, not really. List versions. Yeah, it's buy listable at least, so that's good. What's this? The Destroyer. It's like the Boston accent, Destroyer. Foil for that one, nice little buy listable, we'll take those. Venerated Rot Priest for the foil. Good buy list there, $1.20. Pattern of Rebirth. $1.50 for a buy list, nice. Foreign Yuriko Etch, that's pretty cool. Which one's this? Keeper of the Accord? Yeah, Keeper of the Accord. Sigarda's. Nope. A Chroma. That one's cool. That's the foreign ones. I'll put that aside. War Room. Kadama These Tree. Hull Breacher. Okay, foreign ones get put aside. Borderless Mouse from Wilds of Eldraine. Nothing. Frank Sanity, Foil, Enchanting Tales. Yeah, buy listable. Put aside. Cemetery, no. List cards. Market Station, Desertion, Brightling, Battle Bond list card. Yeah, sure. Put it up there. Teferi, bonus round. I think that one might be okay. Yeah, thought so. Not the Battle Bond over this one. Yeah, $1 something. Good. Mythic Giant there. Sure, I'll take that. Liliana, Death Mage, list card. Let's see, right there. Yeah, that's a little guy, 19 cents. We'll take it. Gideon. Oh, we gotta bring back Gideon. We gotta bring back Gideon. List card. There, Clothis from the list for There's Beyond Death. All right, so let's see. We get here Arcanus the Omnipotent. Another list card again. That they open a lot of mystery 2s. Not that one. List, yeah, 10 cents. Just drop in the buy list. Cataclysm. Not that version. What version is that? That's from the vaults. Okay, so that was only 40 cents. Hangback Walker again. List. We've seen that before, but different version. That used to be a card of value. List version, 45 cents. Buy list, sure. Ferrix is nothing. Ranger of Eos. That's that Modern Masters list version. Yeah, that's nothing. Okay. Insult to Injury. Oh, that's cool. That's the 4-1 in the mystery 2s. Gigantosaurus. I don't think that's really worth anything. I don't think. 65 cents is buy listable, sure. Whiteboard Arcane Lighthouse. Nice. Oh, that's a good one. That'll work. Seed Time. There's a good card. $3 for the buy list. Nice. And then Flickering Ward. $1.80. Oh, not the Tempest one. Not the Tempest common. List mystery. 75 cents. Still buy listable. All right, let's finish off this box and see how it ends. Grove of the Guardian. Return to Ravnica. No. It's like the Phoenix from Ikoria. I forget. I've opened so much Japanese Ikoria too, and I forget what the heck it's called. Sethron Herloon General from OG Jumpstart. Nothing. Salvo's nothing. Judgment. Jaya. I think we checked that earlier. Okay, a little guy right there. Heights. Banner cards. Probably nothing. Yeah, it's like Orchard. Manamorphose from OG Double Masters foil and common. That's nice. Foil for that one. Yeah, 240. That's a good buy list right there. Reckless Crew. Gregor Dark. Gargadon. Saw the equation. Nope. Temple of Mystery from Warhammer 40k. I mean, that's worth checking because those are getting expensive. It's nothing. Liliana, Wake of the Dead, 21. 75 cents. Rise the Dark Realms. Not that version. This is the Jumpstart version. Jumpstart version. Oh, yeah, that's worth buy listing, sure. Representative. I don't recognize that card at all. Ruins. Both of the Gatewatch. Nope. Mystic Sanctuary foil from Throne of Eldraine. This was actually used to be a really good foil, a pullable common. Can I get it? I'll type this one in. Because this, like I said, this was a good pullable common, and I'm sure the foil is probably decent. There was collector packs. If I could spell. There was collector packs with Throne of Eldraine, but it was years ago, and this was still a good card. Okay. Oh, there we go. I'm still learning how this all works, this app. I'm getting there, but all right, well, it's not going to scan, so I'm not going to spend too much time on it. Either way. Vendilion Click, Jumpstart 2022. Nice. That's $3 right there. That's not that one, though. Jumpstart 2022. Yeah, still a good little buy list. We'll take it. Blood Artists, Jumpstart. It's a good buy list, I'm sure. Want that version. It's going to be that one. Yeah, buy listable. Wilderness Reclamation. I feel like that was. Yeah, that was. That was a good uncommon. That was pullable from Ravnica Allegiance. Not that version. Not that version. Oh, there we go. Oh, guess not. Not really anymore. Blood Artist. We already had one of those. That's a good one. Woodhauler Professional Facebreaker. Sure. Again, was buy listable. Is again $3. Sure. The Thieving Bolus Foil. Probably not. Yeah, nothing really. Secrets Legends card. Ghost of the Dam. That's pretty cool. Probably not worth much. Nah, worth nothing. Pillar of the Perunes, Double Masters 2022 foil. Quarter, sure. Terror. I'm putting that aside because that will go on deck for sure. Nightmare Shepherd and the Midnight Reaper, maybe. I probably reprinted a bunch of times. Reprinted Foundations. Okay. Nope, nothing there. Okay, so that's it for this box. Honestly, like I said, some of these boxes, they're going to take a little bit of time to go through. Oh, there's more in there. Never mind, we're still going. All right, let's see. I thought I was done. Last little stack. Let's see what we get here. Put those there. All right. The guard. Let's see. Infinity Planes. I like those. Yeah, 52 cents. Buy listable. Cursed Flesh Exodus common. I don't know if that's anything. I don't think so. More foreign cards. Put those aside. Look at those later. Aether String. Nope. Stency Uprising. Don't think so. Nope. Foreign Wheel of Misfortune. That's pretty cool. And that's the Hellkite. Yeah, Hellkite Courser. Foreign though. So not buy listable. Blasphemous Act. I forget what he is. Courts. Always love the courts. So they opened some foreign Command of Legends, which is pretty cool. Old Prophecy. That's cool. Dwarven Armor from Fallen Empires. I don't think that's anything. That's $1 buy list. Okay, awesome. Good to know. Golem. That's nothing. The Foremost. 15 cents worth buy listing. Starnheim Unleashed for the Borderless Mythic. Yeah. Take that for that. Wrath of God, I think. Foreign. Yavimaya Coast. Dominaria United. For the foil. Nope, that's the wrong version. That's why. See, everything gets reprinted. Eventually, everything just gets reprinted in Commander decks, and then just becomes worthless. It sucks. 38 cents for the foil. That's pretty good. Warhammer Restore Balance, maybe. Yeah, buy listable. Rada. Nah. Retro foil from TSR. Abrupt Decay. This little hit right there. Knots. Guilds of Ravnica. TSR. Where are you? That one. Yeah, buck something. That'll work. Tombstalker, Teferi for the Mythic TSR. Anything TSR I'd love to see. Sigil, no. Sinful Stroke, Artillery West. Yeah, little guy there. We'll take that. Kirkeep, usable. No, not buy listable though. Mystic Confluence, Retro, TSR. Sure. Pongify. And I know some of these sets aren't exactly right, but, you know, my biggest thing is, like, you know, I don't want people to have to wait around if they're watching this too long. I'm just going to, like, searching through stuff. Talrand, should shred it. Become Immense, Retro, maybe? Nope. The Epiphany for the Mythic? Sure, that's a good pullable. Exponential Growth. Yeah, buy listable. Teferi, White Border from MH2. MB2, I'm sorry. 280. Nope, that's not that one. Well, this card's went down in price. Back when this was a War of the Spark, this was a $20 card. But that was a lot of time ago. Cecil. Final Fantasy, very cool seeing some of the new stuff. Sure, $3. Or C, Final Fantasy stuff. Sure. The Umbro God, pair of those, foils. Yeah, buy listable, put them aside. This little guy, borderless. Let's see. Conversion there. Yeah, buy listable. Rosa, the White Mage. Okay, sure. Nethroy, Apex of Death from Ikoria. Buck something, sure. More foreign stuff. Panharmonicon, Jumpstart 2022. Not that one. Masters, Kaladesh, Jumpstart 2022. Yeah, a couple bucks. We'll always take those for buys. Reprieve, foil from Lord of the Rings. Foil, yeah, 75 cents. It's a good playable. Drana. Foil, buck 40, that'll work. Urtet, the Borderless Commander version. Let's see. Those are $2 a piece for 2 of them. This was actually foil. Foil one's the foil one's less. That's funny. All right, last couple here. We got Liberator versus Battlethopter for the foil, being a couple bucks. Yep. Unlicensed Hearst. Back when this card was huge. It was reprinted and reprinted and reprinted again, of course. Yeah, it's down to bulk pretty much. That's crazy. And a Goblin Guide. Was this like a old promo? Goblin Guide, yeah. What is this? This is some kind of old promo. We'll take it. So yeah, very cool. A bunch of foreign stuff I'm gonna set aside here. Here's some bulk stuff. So again, since I'm just kind of scanning this as like a buy list one because it's kind of like the bulk stuff. Scan value 115.39 for a buy list. You know, maybe take off like 10, 20 bucks out of that for the little things I didn't really count in there, for like the 4 or 5, 10 cent things I didn't really count. Just out of curiosity though, let's change that. This huge stack I pulled out here. So again, it's right there. It's all buy listable. Plus, this is the Bob Ross secret layer, which is, I'm gonna sell that together. It's pretty awesome. So again, all buy listable stuff, which is good. 115 for the buy list. Let's change this over. This was Card Kingdom buy list. So let's go just for the fun of it. TCG player low is, let's see this change up, 174. Okay, and so let's see what that is just for TCG player market, so we can see all the difference, so we can be aware of how different it can be. It goes from 174 to 269. So if you scan all this at market price 269, but buy list is like 115. So like I said, this was all this bulk stuff was basically like a bundle buy, and it's all working out really good. So I like this stuff. It's good. Playables, sellables, buy listables, tradables, all that kind of stuff. So again, it's going to take me a little while. Probably going to be several more videos because we have a lot of rares here we're going through. Again, this is all bulk, I think. I think this is rares, and these 2 boxes are full of rares. So it's going to be a lot, but we're going to get through it piece by piece. So come back for the next piece in a little bit.